Okay, this video is to give you some tips on how to construct your bridge made out of these plastic truss members. Okay, so what I'm going to start with is an initial idea for a design, and I'm just going to go with a Warren truss. So you can look that up. It has this general shape. I'm just going to draw it here. I'm going to have 5 joints on the bottom, 4 joints on the top, and it's just connected in this fashion. Real simple. So there's a Warren truss. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joints on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 joints on the top. Okay, but the project specifications say that I need to raise the center of the truss by at least a ½ inch. So I'm thinking I'm going to modify this design, and I'm going to start with the supports on the same plane. And I know these need to be roughly 12 inches apart. And then I'm going to rough in where I want the truss supports to go. And I want it to be elevated. So something like that. And then maybe something over here, 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 and here. Okay, so make it symmetrical. Looks something like that. So it's modified to get this raised center that's part of the project requirements. Okay, so what I recommend you do is to lay this out using one of the plastic members as a guide. Okay, so I taped together a couple pieces of paper so I can do this on a 1-to-1 scale. And the first thing I do is I realize I want this to span 12 inches. So because I had 4 sections, I would just rough in, here's my starting point. I would rough in kind of roughly where I'd want those supports to go. Okay. And I'm going to start over here to the left and work my way to the right. All right. And so what I'm thinking here is I want this to raise up sort of in this direction and, something over here for another support, another joint. But I want to use an integer number of holes, right? I can't achieve any length I want with these plastic truss members because the hole location's already drilled. All right, so there's only a finite number of possibilities for the length of each truss member. Okay, so that puts a constraint on my design. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just start guessing. All right, so if I lay this down and start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I can put my thumb at the joint here and use this like a compass. All right, so there's 11 right there, that arc. Okay, and then maybe I'd want to go 10 units out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gets me in the ballpark. All right, so I'd make another arc here and here. Okay, and so along these arcs, I'm trying to fit together, and you just kind of eyeball it. I'm trying to fit together an integer number of holes that will line up. Okay, so I move this around and I see something here and something here. Okay, so I'm liking those 2 spots right here and here. And I can mark that off. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I counted that right. Okay, so that's 11 going to I think that was my place right here. 11 to this point. Okay, and then I had 10 moving out this way. Let's check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I count this way. It looks like I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I marked that. That's 9. Okay, so that gets me started. All right, and I just continue on with this fashion where I just sort of eyeball it and try to get something that is going to work for me. All right, so maybe my next one I would think I need to land this somewhere in the middle. It might need to arc up a little bit, but let's just guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to the middle. Okay, so somewhere in here. Okay. And then maybe I'd have another truss member, joint somewhere in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm arcing that from here. I'm trying to find an integer number that goes across both those arcs. All right, so I'm kind of eyeballing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so here to here, I mark that down. That would be 12. Okay, I think I marked this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So that's about 12. Seems like I call that 11, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. And then in this direction, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm hoping this ends up to be an integer number. Okay, it looks like it's a little bit off, okay, but it's pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, these aren't going to be perfect, but it gets you in the ballpark. Okay, so end up knowing, I have to work this down. I end up constructing my truss like this where I know the number of holes, and then I can cut all the pieces and put them together. So I continue on with this fashion until I end up at the end of the bridge. So these initial marks, I'm realizing that I might extend past them, because remember that it's the minimum length has to span to 12 inches. So if it goes a little longer, that's okay. All right, so at this point, I'm looking at some symmetry here. I would think you'd continue on with mapping this out, right? So here's another 11, here's a 12 this way, and then we're hoping an integer number falls here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, you get the idea. 14 comes this way, and if that was 12, hopefully this is 11. I'm getting the symmetry there. Another 11, a 9, a 10 coming down, and an 11. Okay, so will this be perfect? No, it's not. This is not very precise, but it gives you an idea of how to make the dimensions to fit roughly some design that you have in mind.